Long before temples rose from marble and oracles etched their visions into stone, there were whispers carried on the wind, secrets passed from flower to hive, from bee to priestess, from dream to prophecy. In the ancient world of Greece, where myth and meaning intertwined like vines around a sacred tree, the god Apollo reigned not only as the deity of light and music, but as the patron of prophecy. And among his most mysterious attendants were the Melissae, the Bee-Maidens. These priestesses, whose very name came from Melissa, the Greek word for bee, were not ordinary women. They were sacred intermediaries, chosen and trained to serve as vessels for divine truth. It was said that the Melissae spoke with the voice of the gods, and when Apollo's oracle at Delphi fell into trance, the buzzing of bees could sometimes be heard echoing around her chamber, an omen of messages being delivered from realms unseen. Honey, in their rituals, was not a simple offering. It was the essence of spiritual clarity, a gift to the gods, and a substance believed to carry the power of enlightenment itself. The legends surrounding the Bee-Maidens are steeped in symbolism and quiet power. Some tales speak of them living apart from society, in sacred groves or high on mountaintops, where they communed with nature and prepared their bodies and minds for visions. Honey was both their sustenance and their sacrament. It was eaten, offered, and used to anoint altars and idols. It sweetened the breath of their chants, coated the tongue with purity, and symbolized the transformation they themselves underwent. Just as the bee transforms nectar into gold, so too did the Melissae turn silence into speech, mystery into meaning. And today, long after the temples have crumbled and the rites have dimmed, science begins to see the deeper truth in these honeyed myths. Honey, we now know, does more than please the palate. It nourishes the mind. Rich in antioxidants like flavonoids and phenolic acids, honey protects the brain from oxidative stress, the very process that accelerates aging and cognitive decline. Studies show that regular consumption of honey can enhance memory, improve concentration, and even help ward off neurodegenerative conditions. Its natural sugars, especially glucose, are quickly absorbed by the brain, providing a steady stream of energy essential for mental function. Honey is not just food for the body, it is fuel for thought. And isn't that fitting? That the same substance once used to anoint the lips of seers should now be understood as a support for memory, mental clarity, and neural vitality. It's as though nature always knew, and only now are we catching up. The Melissae were often considered semi-divine, beings who hovered between mortal and divine, between earth and sky, like the bees they were named after. Bees, too, live in this liminal space, neither wild nor fully domesticated, dependent on both floral chaos and hive order. They dance to communicate, build with mathematical precision, and create something that never spoils. No wonder the ancients saw them as sacred. No wonder the priestesses aligned themselves with their rhythm. To follow the way of the Bee-Maidens is not just to eat honey, it is to embrace what honey represents: insight, balance, connection. It is to live with awareness, to speak with intention, and to act with the harmony of a hive that serves something greater than itself. Honey, then, becomes a symbol of unity between nature and knowledge, sweetness and strength, body and spirit. Even the structure of honey itself seems designed for longevity and wisdom. Its enzymes, its natural acidity, its antibacterial power, these qualities give it permanence, allow it to endure untouched by time. Like memory, preserved. Like prophecy, encoded in sweetness. And perhaps that's why the Melissae cherished it, because honey carries something eternal, something that cannot be corrupted, something that lasts. So when we eat honey today, spooned into tea on a quiet morning, drizzled over fruit at dusk, or tasted raw from a comb, we are not just enjoying a sweet treat. We are participating in a ritual as old as language, as sacred as song. We are honoring the bees and the priestesses who listened. We are feeding not just our bodies but our minds, strengthening the clarity of thought, the sharpness of memory, the light of intuition. And who knows? Maybe in a world filled with noise and distraction, we, too, can find our own moments of prophecy, not in visions or voices, but in the simple clarity that comes from nourishment, from listening, from sweetness that is ancient, wise, and waiting. Honey is more than food. It is a message, and the Bee Maidens knew how to read it.